galaxies grow every time.
At least 4 billion useless eaters will be eliminated by the year 2050.
Whenever a truth is heard, there's no going back. You are the main character in the video game of life.
I personally don't believe anything they say, right down to the God they claim we worship.
I'm still waiting for somebody to show me gas pressure without a container.
None of the math adds up.
You could stack up all their math books, all their science books, and even put all their degrees stacked up on top of that, and you still wouldn't be high enough to see the curvature.
This is exactly why grounding is so important.
It's all dualistic.
We see too far.
Just regular people who know we're being lied to. We're tired of it.
The bottom line is, there's only one choice left, and that's to dismantle this whole thing from the top down. What's going on, Vince?
Hey, this is some new shit here, right? This is some new shit going on.
Stuff. Try it out. Streaming only to our Substack. Just a little peek into a recording of an episode. And actually, I don't know if we really need to do that here, Vince, because the people seeing this, I guess it's for the episode. You're right. Never mind. Sorry.
Yeah.
Talking about the Substack. I'm like, the people here are already on the Substack. But
yeah, so basically we're trying something new where subscribers to our Substack might be able to peek into whenever we do recordings from now on. We're testing shit. If it works out, that might actually be the thing. So, but go to phoneboothpodcast.substack.com. You got a bunch of shit going on there. Go there.
So much.
7, 8 podcasts or whatever. And go there, subscribe. Don't be a bitch. And then, so what are we doing now? What are we doing?
According to you, and I'm only going by your word, we are going to have a nice civil discussion / debate, I guess, just posing ideas about the shape of the earth. I've yet to see it happen. I barely got to talk to him before, but I do have high hopes this time. I do, because...
You have high hopes?
Well, because normally when someone's a complete douche, like as soon as they step in, you can just feel the vibe. And I didn't get that from him. So I don't think it's going to happen like that. I think it'll be good. I think it'll be funny. I think we'll all have a jolly old time. That's what I think.
I think you're right. So let's bring him up. Danny Turner!
How we doing?
How we doing, Mike?
Quite a lot of applause.
Yeah.
I'm gonna British it up tonight.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you the slang and everything.
Danny's a globie, or what we call globe tart, and he calls us flat tarts. Or what do you call us?
Flurfs.
Flurfs. Oh yeah.
But you know what? Actually, I don't use that term anymore. It's quite degrading. So
no.
I don't know.
The best answer would have been, I don't talk about you.
I like to be respectful, but you know, I do like to put the point across as well.
It's better to be honest. If you think we're flurfs, which means flurf tards, or whatever the fuck that means, then that's what it is. You know, honesty is the best way. It's the best way. You know what I mean?
Vince, you know me, mate. You know me.
Yeah, I do. And you're a globe-tart. You know?
Pre-2015-16, I would have thought I was retarded, so no judgment. It's cool. I thought the same thing about people like me. So
you're a little bit behind, Danny. A few years.
You'll get there, boy. You'll get there.
You'll get there eventually.
How are my mic levels, by the way? Are they good?
Yeah, you actually sound good. You sound crisp. That's a nice mic. What is that? Is that what you got there?
It's the same as Vince.
It's same as mine,
no,
too.
It's not. Hold on. I've changed it. I have K.
It looks?
Yeah, I think you got Maono, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Never mind. It looks.
I have my own.
Now I see from the side.
Yeah, I have my own too. P300 or something. Yeah, I think you got P200.
Yeah, you got the one up. Yeah.
But I went back to this one, and me and Ted has the same one. K5Fine K688 something. Works well. Works great. So you wanna briefly explain about yourself and everything you want to explain, Danny. Explain.
Okay. Well,
your story with
myself.
me, you, Globy, everything. Go.
Of course, let me introduce myself. I'm Danny Turner. I have 2 channels. I have a Rumble channel and a YouTube channel. I have been offline for about a month because of personal reasons and the fact that it's Christmas and it's doing my fucking head in.
Yeah.
And I do believe that the Earth is globe. It's round. It's got a curve.
I hope you do. Otherwise, like, what are you doing here? Yeah. You better believe that shit now.
I mean, if these guys are nice enough to put my channel links in, then by all means check them out.
Absolutely.
Also, if you want to share it right now, if you got it to share the screen of your channel and shit, you can do that right here, right now, if you like to, in the video.
Well, I couldn't get that. I didn't get that prepared. But what I could do is I could send you some links. You could put them in a bit or something. Okay. So on my channel, I do various sort of things. I used to do the upbeat and the radio show and everything. It was a bit for me, but I cancelled it and I stopped it and I didn't want to do it anymore. Now I'm doing more creating. So I'm now creating videos and putting them out. So yeah. And I'm still doing live
about what
streams.
Mostly?
So I've got a series called DTV. So I will. It's more. I did a Flat Earth mockumentary on my DTV. It was the first episode, and it's just me. It's like a response sort of thing, or reactive, if you want to put it that way. But it's me just talking about the video and just answering whatever they have in mind and everything. So it's just basically
like a reaction.
It's like a reaction. It's like a reaction, yeah. But then I do have my DT reacts where I do that live. So my DT reacts are live, but then my DTV is not live. It's pre-recorded, and I make it into a good little video. There is a lot of streams actually on my Rumble that I have actually taken off completely.
Why?
But I do. It was too much. I think I had too much piling up. Vince, I think you know that. I went from one thing to another, and it was flowing okay. And I didn't have time.
Don't spread yourself too thin. You can't do it.
Exactly. So I've literally, like, the hangout spot, that's gone. The hangout spot's gone. I love doing that, but there were some weeks where no one would turn up, and I'm waiting for people to drop in on Discord.
Yeah, you can't be dependent on that. Yeah,
exactly. But I mean, if you want to, I'll give the link to Ted and Vince and everything.
Yeah.
They will
do it after we put it in.
Yeah, absolutely.
After we're done,
check my YouTube and Rumble out. I've got great stuff on there.
What is it, Danny Turner? What YouTube?
YouTube is Danny Turner 6220. I'll give you the link, sir.
Yeah. Okay, good.
So, but yeah, just check my channel out, or both of them, and you'll see what I mean by what content I put out there. But I am starting to do more, like, sort of filming and everything, and less live stream. But I still do both.
Sounds good.
So, yeah.
You want to tell the people about how you started this and all that shit briefly, not too long, so we can get into
Of course. So, a year ago, I was in a debate with Vince, Brian, and I was teamed up with a guy called Rick. Now, it was my first ever debate. I had a fucking laptop and a microphone. That's all I had. And I met Vince on the after show of the
that asshole. Yeah.
And we got on really well, and he invited me over to his bit on Rumble to be a guest, and we could just talk about all the topics that he has in mind and everything like that. And
that sounds like him. Yeah.
And then I did another show with him, another show with Vince, and it got to the point where Vince, because at the time I didn't know whether I wanted to do the streaming or even making videos, and it was actually Vince who pushed me to do the streaming. And true story.
That's exactly why I started a podcast, because Vince pushed me to do it. So.
Yeah. And then a week later, I ordered my PC. And then I got my new microphone. And then I got
you really went in there. Seriously, like you got a monster PC and shit.
That's the God's honest truth. If it weren't for Vince, I wouldn't be streaming.
Vince, you son of a cock.
Flurfers can help Globetards sometimes, right?
I've got flower friends. Why not?
Yeah. So basically, that's how we got to know each other. And then off you went. That was like almost a year ago, right?
It was, over
Soon.
a year ago, November.
No, but since you started streaming and all that shit on your own.
Oh, right, yeah. So my first ever official stream with my new setup was the 30th of January. So the end of January.
I think I pushed you. I'm like, you have to do it after. Yeah.
You have to do it you have to start it in January. And I literally did it at the end of January.
Yeah, because I think I said your word, if you say something, you have to mean it. Otherwise, your word, and you did it. So kudos on you. You're gonna another applause for that. Yeah, and now you're
embarrassing me. You're embarrassing.
Yeah,
me.
now you're a pro at this.
That part comes later.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't say I'm a pro. But I'm okay.
You're on your way.
I'm okay on the camera. I mean,
well, you know what I respect about you is that. You want things to be like perfect, as you said. Like you want everything to be.
Yeah, if Ted doesn't know me, if you haven't filled him in already, I am a perfectionist. My streams have to be perfect. When I do my filming, it has to be perfect. If I'm like over here on the thing and I notice it after recording, I will re-record it.
Yep, throw it out. Yep.
Yeah, and I think Ted really likes that shit, you know? When a guest is really like he got his shit together, you know what I mean?
I do. Yeah, I don't care what someone believes about the shape of the earth as long as they're a decent person, honestly. So
yeah, of course. So let's get into it.
Let's go.
Let's get into it.
I guess the best place to start would be: do you really, or let me not say it that way? Do you believe they landed on the moon in 1969?
Yeah, with the moon landing.
Not saying that proves or disproves flat Earth or anything. I just want to get a pulse, you know? Sorry.
Yeah. With the moon landing, I'm sort of 50-50 with it, where I had a debate with Nemo not long ago, about maybe 2 months ago, and we were discussing the moon landing. Now, I am 50-50 on it. I mean, with the pictures and the films and everything, I take it as gospel, I guess. And I guess it's a point of maybe me wanting to believe that it happened. But then every time I look into it and I read up on it and maybe, study it, then I'm on the side of, we did. But I am, I know. But I am on the fence of it. That's why I never talk about the moon landings in my debates. But when Nemo brought it up, I openly said to him, look, I'm literally 50-50 with it. But when it comes to the pictures...
You shouldn't be, Danny.
I've sort of got to...
But
you should be 100% on it, not 50-50.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's weird that you're not, though.
You said yourself that because you want to believe it. Why do you think you want to believe it? Like, do you think... I mean, I know why I wanted to. I'm just honestly asking, why do you think we want to believe these things are true?
I mean, for one, it's a big thing, isn't it? Going to the moon is huge. It's massive. Mm-hmm. It's basically what they say, the impossible. But I mean, when it came to the evidence of pictures and videos and that's what makes me go that way. But then the thought of it actually happening, especially in the era of, in the 60s and that, is it possible? Was it possible? But I keep going between, could it have been to, okay, we have pictures and film and everything. So what's going on? That's why I'm sort of on the fence of things, because it's either here or it's here. So with the moon landing, of course.
Okay, that was just wanted to see where you were at on that, because some people
I'm
like
honest, man. I tell you, if I don't know an answer to a question, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Dude, this is gonna be. I regret even putting the word debate in it now, honestly, because I don't think it's gonna be that kind of salty thing. Because you even just admitting that you're 50-50 on the moon landing shows that you're at least open to being honest about something, because most people who believe in the globe feel they have to defend the moon landing, because if they don't, then it gives credibility to this side somehow. To me, it doesn't either way. Whether they land, well, them faking the moon landing does not mean the earth is flat. It just means they faked the moon landing. So it's not really evidence to either side to me. So it's just cool that you can admit that you don't know for sure on that.
Yeah, I'm literally, like I said, I'm on the fence for it.
Okay, so what do you think, what to you proves the globe? Like if you were talking to somebody who knew nothing about it and they were just like, hey, what makes you positive that we live on a spinning ball? What would that one thing be? Okay,
so when it comes to the curvature, now I know we can't see the curvature, it's flat. Thinking how big the planet is.
I could snip that out. It's
you
flat.
gotta
Danny, you're fucked now.
No.
Let's clip that.
Anyway, on his clip that he's about to put up, I didn't reference that in a way that you're hearing it.
Oh yeah,
Right,
we're gonna clip that out. Yeah.
The thing is,
You're gonna have to make your own clip, Danny.
oh my god. So you guys, man.
Now you know how Donald Trump feels.
Yeah. Oh god, Donald Trump. Anyway, so with me, it's boats over the horizon. Okay, we've got boats over the horizon. We've got buildings that are, beyond the horizon. They're sinking. It's the best way to explain to someone or even show someone that when that is happening, it is what it is when it is, known as a curve. And thing is, for a fact that if you're on top of a hill and you see your friend sort of going down the hill, that's basically what it is.
You know what's funny?
Basically what it is.
When I was a Globie, when I saw somebody show me the boat back into view, that was what actually turned me into a flatty. I saw the boat come back into view when it was seemingly gone. You brought it back in. I was like, hold on, because I did ridicule the flatties, just like you did. I was like, and I'm open for everything, conspiracies, this and that and that. And even I was laughing at Flat Earth until they showed me that video. I was like, what? Because I thought when the boat disappeared, that was around the horizon. When I saw that brought back in, I was like, all right, I need to dive into this now.
So,
yeah, but, sorry, go on.
Let's go with the curve. Ignore the videos. I get it, Vince. Like videos, now that I know and I know all that, let's just put videos aside for a second.
Yeah.
You know about the Navy's railgun that fires 100 miles and hits its target line of sight? How is that possible around a curve of 100 miles?
Shit.
No, it doesn't? Or are you saying no, you don't know about it?
Oh no, I've never heard of the vessel.
Oh yeah. So the Navy has something called a railgun, Vince. You can pull it up or whatever. There's even videos about them talking about it. They can hit a target, its line of sight at 100 miles. So at 100 miles, there would be 6,666 feet of curvature, which is very convenient, by the way. So how does a railgun go around that curve and hit something when it's obviously straight line? Like a bullet's not going to curve around the globe, but they don't go far enough, so we can't reference that. These go 100 miles. That's 6,000 feet of curvature, over a mile. How do they do that line of sight?
Well,
that's
I would
very
say,
interesting.
I don't know. I don't know if this is right. Now, when it comes to this sort of talk, I'm not best. My knowledge is not at the best.
Dude, no. That's why I'm saying this isn't going to be a debate. I'm not trying to I'm not trying to have you give me the right answer. I just want to know what you think about it, like stuff like that. Or say radar that's straight line on the bottom of the ocean. How does it go around the curve and bounce back? Or sonar, submarines. How does that go around the curve of the floor, hit its target, and come back in order to show them what's there?
Well, I would say that if it's been shot and it's still going, You know what's the word for it? I can't think of the word. Is it philosophy?
How do they see the target at 100 miles?
Here you go. Danny, read this. The U.S. Navy... maybe I should read it. I don't know. The U.S. Navy electromagnetic railgun is designed to reach targets 100 to over 200 nautical miles, approximately.
Velocity,
yeah.
That's
150 plus 200 miles or whatever the fuck. It's long enough for the curve thing. So,
but I just want to know how they even see it, because they paint it with a laser and that's how they do it. So I don't know. Just even laser tests that have gone across lakes that should be too far, that the laser should be higher. There's people who have done lasers for miles and miles and miles, and you can still pick them up at the same height. They should be pointing off into space at that point.
Okay, so I see.
Think about this, Danny.
I see where you're going. Yeah, exactly. All right, I see where you're going from now. So, off tangent sort of thing. So basically, is when you think it's sort of going out, what
it's gonna magically follow our imaginary curve.
Let him finish. I want to hear.
My answer would be gravity.
So, gravity makes it follow the curve.
Exactly.
And then is that the same for
It
airplanes?
does the same thing with planes. Yep. Same thing with planes. Same thing with helicopters. Blimps.
Okay. So try to see, this is what's so hard, but I think you'll be better at it than most. Try to take away what you already believe and just answer like you would just automatically thinking, right? Mm-hmm. When a plane takes off at its basic form, what is it doing? How is this happening?
What, just taking off normally?
Yes. Yeah, nothing to do with curve or anything like that. Just when a plane takes off, what's happening?
Okay. It's following. So as it gets to its altitude, it's gravity.
No, I mean in the very beginning. I'm not talking about curve. That's why I'm saying most basic. Right. A plane's on the runway, on the ground. How does it go from that to being in the air?
I would say, what is that? What's that word? It's lift, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it'll be speed, lift.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I just want a simple answer, man. Mm-hmm. So the lift, in order to lift off the ground, it has to beat gravity because gravity is holding it to the ground. I'm not saying it defies it, but it has to put up more upward force than gravity in order to lift up off the ground. Correct?
Right. Yeah.
So then just like, when does it start then following gravity? When its basic principle is to lift and fight gravity.
I would say when it's at its altitude, when it's at its sort of the highest of 35,000 feet, and then it follows. So, as you're going, taking off and everything, you're sort of breaking the I don't know.
Defying it.
No, you're pointing it up. You're basically
breaking the barrier of gravity.
You're using it to lift. You're fighting gravity, and then when you go up, you say they level off, and then from there on out, gravity keeps it going around the curve nicely.
It makes it follow the curvature.
Okay, so a plane flying at night for a very long time, no matter what's making them follow the curvature. As you were going around the curve in a time-lapse video, logic tells you that the stars would be coming up, right? Because now you're going around the curve, so the stars should be moving backwards if you're going, right?
Above your head.
So would you say that's the same effect that when you're in a car, the trees are going past you?
No, well, the trees are next to you. The stars are way far away. And I'm saying, so the stars are, they say, an infinite distance. So because you're now, if the Earth is here, actually, I have this globe right here. So if the Earth is here and you're on a plane, I know it's very tiny. I'm not trying to put it in size scale.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
Not to scale, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, and you're here a plane. When you're looking out, you would see certain stars, but you wouldn't be able to see others because they would be behind the curvature of the Earth, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So as you started to go around the curve, you would start to see new stars, and these stars would be going back, not really going back, but from your perspective, because as you're going around the curve, new stars would be appearing on the horizon. Therefore, the stars that were on the horizon would now be back here. So technically, you should see the stars slowly going like this if you're going long enough in a flight to go around the curve. I'm not talking about local flights. I'm talking about a long-ass flight from north to south. The stars should be going backwards because you'd be seeing new stars on the horizon. So if you're seeing new ones on the horizon, that means the ones that were previously on the horizon have to move in order for you to see them. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. The stars are stationary. However, I'll digress like a slight bit just to explain, but the stars are stationary. However, the stars are actually sort of rotating with us as we rotate ourselves, sort of thing. That's why we can always see the same stars. That's why it's always fixed. And then sometimes when you're in a different season, I think it's spring, you don't actually see the panhandle in the northern hemisphere. But then when it comes to summer, it's sort of just above the horizon, and then when it gets to autumn, it's just above, and then winter is above there. So it's all about the tilt and everything. But coming back to your question with the stars, is the stars are fixed in one place, but also rotating with us. So as you are coming, sort of from north to south, the stars are still going to be there, but they're just going to be, as you leave, they're just going to be disappear.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is you're going around the curve. So now you're seeing new stars. You would have to on a ball, period. If this lighter was the plane and I'm here, I can't
bring it more to the screen.
Sorry. If this lighter here is a plane and I'm a star over here down in the bottom half, the person from this plane cannot see this star due to the Earth being in between the plane and the star. As you came around, then you could see that star because the Earth would no longer be in the way. Does that make sense?
You could probably.
So you should be seeing new stars as you go. Yeah, that's what logic would dictate. If you were flying like this on a globe, the stars now that are behind here, you couldn't see. The stars that are over here that you couldn't see before, you can now see, right?
Yeah.
Okay, because that's what I would 100% think. Hold on. Vince, I sent you a time-lapse video of a flight from the northern hemisphere to the southern hemisphere. Okay. Let's see what happens to the stars.
Where did you send
it? Twitter. Directly DM to you. Okay. I think I sent that one. Hold on, let me triple check.
5 minutes, 52 seconds.
I don't know. I'm looking. Hold on. No, it's not that one. Hold on.
Yeah, this is a different one.
I hope I sent it or I saved it.
I think I know what you're talking about, though.
Okay,
it's like
I sent it. It's 5 minutes, 27 seconds.
It's an airplane that's time lapse.
Yeah, it's not a flat earther. Well, the dude talking is, but the flight is from a flight that you can look up yourself and see someone film the time lapse of their flight.
Okay, let me know when you sent it. I
sent it, but it's loading. So
yeah.
Wait. Oh yeah, it should be popping up.
Loading. It's loading. Still loading. Because this is an interesting one. If it's the one I think it is, you're trying to pull up.
It is. Because
it's like nighttime, right?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know a globe explanation for this. I want to see what you have to say. I'm not trying to attack you or say this is proof. I just want to see what you have to say because I've never heard a globie address this honestly. They just won't even talk about it. And to me, I don't know an answer for it on that side. I honestly don't.
Okay. I'll do my best to answer it. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, no, and I don't expect you to know. I'm just saying.
Yeah, because we all have to be honest, like with everything. Like, because ultimately, I hope we are all after the truth, regardless, globe, slurf, whatever. We all are seeking the truth. And if we cannot be honest, we will never be able to find that truth. And then we will just be fucking ourselves over. Because if we hold on to lies, then that's not good for ourselves. Like, regardless, globe or flat. Like, flat earthers, if they saw something that was like, oh, what's that? They have to be honest with that too. So is it sent or what? No, because I'm not getting it.
Get it yet?
No, maybe do I have to refresh or something? I've been trying to refresh 50 times now on Twitter. Is it better if you send it on WhatsApp?
To chat if you were doing this.
Oh no, it's coming in. Yeah, right.
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I remember you saying that on One Day Debate when you're against FTFE. He goes, yeah, I'll read the chat.
Oh yeah.
Chat while you go look for the fucking evidence.
Yeah, we'll talk about that motherfuckers later. But I know it's your friend and shit like that. But
which I find hard to believe because we had him on a long time ago, and I tried to. I started it off just like I did with you. Like, I hope we can have a civil discussion, blah blah blah, and he didn't, couldn't, wouldn't.
Oh, you spoke to him, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I met him August. I went
failed to load.
And I met him in August.
Send it on WhatsApp.
He's really nice.
Like just this last
in real
August?
life, he's actually really nice.
I'd imagine he's probably nice to the people who
He
are
is
on
nice.
his side.
Away from the streaming, away from Flat Earth, he's actually a really sound guy. He is amazing. But I mean,
but you have to be able
on the streams.
Yeah, you sent it on WhatsApp.
I am right now. It's going.
Okay. No, listen. Yes, I agree. But you have to be able to be that, even with flat earthers. Like, it shouldn't matter if they believe in flat Earth or not. You still gotta have to be respectful. And if you're not, I'm gonna tear your ass out. Which I did the other day. I know you guys think I lost that one, but I won that one humongously my way. You know, remember the one where I was wearing just a hat? Yeah. I fucking destroyed him. Got him to say that he wanted me dead. I was like, yes, let's go back to the stream was ended. I'm like, hey, to the moderator, can we go back online? He's like, sure. And I'm like, Craig, what did you say backstage about me? Oh, he's like, fine, no problem. I wish you were dead. I wish you were never born. I wish this, I wish that. And I was like, anyways,
happy.
That was a bit crazy.
It was crazy. It should not matter what anybody believes in. You should never want to wish death on the guy. That's pretty crazy, isn't it? A little bit, a tiny, just a little bit. Okay, so here is the video.
Let's have a look.
Let's go.
Analyze an amazing time lapse filmed by a pilot on a flight from Munich, Germany to Sao Paulo.
Are you watching this, Danny?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
We are going to analyze an amazing time lapse filmed by a pilot on a flight from Munich, Germany to Sao Paulo, Brazil. You can find the unedited version on this website. Please note that this Beyond Clouds website has no association with the Flat Earth, which means this evidence comes from an unbiased party. The distance for the full flight from Munich to Sao Paulo is over 6,000 miles, but the recording was only for approximately 3,000 miles. That begins before Palma, located on the island of Mallorca, Spain, and the video ends before the equator after the plane passes Dakar, Senegal, on the western coast of Africa. Of course, some movement of the stars is expected with any time lapse. Keep in mind that when you're in the north and facing southwest, like in this flight, the stars should rotate in a downward slant to the right and clockwise motion, somewhat like this. For this time lapse, we're going to track these two stars. The one on top seems to have a tail of stars that rise up and to the left. It's easy to spot. For brevity, I'm going to speed up the footage. The plane is going to adjust its heading left and right a few times, but try to keep an eye out for those two stars. There are the two stars again. Here they are over on the right side. They have dropped a little, but here they are again. And that's the end of the time lapse. This is the beginning position of the stars. Approximately 3,000 miles later, here is the ending position. As expected, the star slightly rotated clockwise and dropped slightly. You can even see how the star on top with the tail looks a little bigger and has rotated clockwise. So, what is the problem with this time lapse for the globe? The problem is that the plane has to be dipping its nose to account for the alleged curvature of the Earth. For simple illustration, if I had a stunning view of the stars at the beginning of my flight, as time progresses and the nose of the plane drops to account for the curvature of the Earth, the stars should appear to rise up like this. In fact, the nose of the airplane is allegedly dropping while the stars, which are somewhat fixed and allegedly separate from the Earth, should appear to rise up if we lived on a ball. But you don't need to believe my illustrations. Fortunately, Google Earth allows us to model this same flight with the stars in the background and shows us exactly what would happen if we lived on a globe. For this Google Earth model, I used our distance of roughly 3,000 miles on the exact same flight route that I showed earlier. I set the altitude at 10,000 meters or 32,800 feet. Remember, this is how the globe should work. Now, watch the stars. There's no question about it. As the viewpoint continually dips, the stars rise up, exactly as we would logically expect if we lived on a ball. The stars are not just rising up a little bit, which would be open to debate. The upward movement is huge and unmistakable. But the real-life time-lapse did not show stars rising at all. Instead, the stars only rotated clockwise and moved downwards a little. The wrong direction for an airplane traveling 575 miles per hour and adjusting for the curvature of the Earth. There is no rising movement of the stars exhibiting any sign of the curvature adjustment required by the globe. The commercial jet is flying over a flat Earth. Here's another example that I found, filmed by a passenger from the side of the aircraft. But again, there is no movement of the stars, indicating a jet that is adjusting for the curvature of the Earth. Going back to the first flight, we are going to analyze an amazing time-lapse filmed by a pilot.
Reset. Okay.
The whole video is like a half hour, and I'm going to play all that. It's just a clip part of it.
So the clip that you showed me, right, was it from Germany and then it stopped in the Atlantic Ocean?
The flight didn't. He said the flight was 6,000 miles. It was only time lapse for 3,000. So that's the way he said it.
Okay, so the time lapse it for 3,000. It was stopped. What? Let's say the Atlantic Ocean, because I thought I saw the Atlantic Ocean. The thing is, you will see different stars as you go past the equator into the southern hemisphere. You will technically see new stars. You might still see some stars that are just on the horizon.
That doesn't explain why those stars wouldn't rise up at all. Even in the Google simulator, it showed that they would rise up. You going around a curve in your brain, if you're being honest with yourself, pointing down to go around the curve, stars that are an infinite distance should be rising up as you go around it. If you can see new ones, it's not like once you hit the equator, it magically changes. There should be a slow procession as you go. Of course.
There. Yeah.
So how is that possible?
That's why when you're at the equator, I can't remember where it was. You can actually see right on the horizon and see like the southern stars, basically, when you're just under the equator, and then same for when you're just above the equator, you can see most of the stars from the north. So with the stars, I mean. It's a good talking point for me. I do like to talk about stars, but with the flight, I see what you mean by the video, but I would assume that's what happened. I mean, if that's what you're seeing on the video, that's what happens. But in reality, as well, is that when you are, say, South Africa or in Australia, you do see different stars to what us three will see in the north.
Yeah.
So,
I see different houses than the person a mile away from me. It doesn't have anything to do with curve. It has to do with you're closer and you can only see a certain distance. But
yeah, because
that's
you have
neither here nor there. That still doesn't explain why the stars wouldn't process as you were going around the curve. They should still be rising, even as the Google simulator shows. But I'm not going to dwell on one thing.
Yeah, look into that.
But start. Oh, go ahead, Vince.
Yeah, I mean, obviously there is some rotation happening with the stars. It's just not rotating the way it would under a globe or a globe model. But if they are rotating
as you're going and turning, but they're not lifting up as they would if you were diving around a curve.
Yeah, and I used to think astrology and all that shit is bullshit, but now it makes sense to me. The stars are fixed and they keep rotating with the year, you know, and depending on when you get born, under which star, which time, blah, 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 that shit affects you. Anyways, so there is something going on. Something is spinning, but it's just spinning like a plate. It's not spinning like a 360 thing that Globies thinks is happening. Like, it's not 360 in that way. It's a plate above our head, whatever the fuck that is. Anyways.
And it's the sky turning, not us, but yeah.
Yeah. Is this
okay, so
did you know, Danny, did you know 13 months? Did you know about 13 months before you continue then? Did you know that it's supposed to be 13 months in a year?
You mentioned this in the debate, I think you did.
Think about it.
Oh, actually, I was watching your show yesterday and you mentioned it.
Did I?
Or the day before. You both
with the AI.
You both were talking about. No. You two, you and Ted, you were both talking about the 13 months.
I don't remember.
It was 2 days ago when I was watching the show.
Yeah, maybe. But think about it.
Oh, these are pre-recorded, don't they? So
yeah.
So it could have been.
But I watched.
Oh, it's probably with Russ.
2 days ago. Yeah,
with Russ.
Russ. Yes. You're right. Ted, maybe you know this better to say it better.
Well, no, I mean, and then this doesn't even have anything to do with flat Earth. You're just.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm
astrology,
just saying, just so he goes into it, not thinking I'm trying to prove a point. We're just talking about that. Yeah. That it makes way more sense for 13 months, all of 28 days. It matches the cycles of the moon perfectly. So instead of chopping all months all different times, they're named wrong, because think about the numbers of them. October should be 8.
8, ocho, octo.
Yeah.
November, 9.
9. December,
9.
deck is 10, but it's
deck
12.
Is 10.
Everything's off.
Think about it. The end of the year, like when I was a kid, I thought, oh, this is the end of the year. That must mean this is the end of the winter too. No. Winter keeps going to March. To March. I was like, do you know how disappointed I was as a kid? I was like, what the fuck is this going on 3 months into the new year? Give me fucking spring and summer now. Yeah. No. So think about it. They have fucked it up. December is not the end of the year, Danny. This, what is it? It's March 21st.
April's supposed to be the first month.
Yeah. That's the new year, which makes sense because that's spring. After winter comes spring. That's the beginning of the new cycle.
Which is not exactly now. Why it's April Fool's Day. It's because that's the first day.
The fucking soundboard is great.
He's got don't bring it up. He's got like 30 on there, bro.
I'm not gay no more.
No, but yeah, so spring would make the most sense for it to be the beginning of the year when things are coming to life and building anew. But yeah, sorry.
Yes, not this bullshit. Go, Danny.
Right, okay. So on the topic of stars, I want to know something. I want to know your worldview on something, and then I want to ask you a question. Okay. So with day and night, can you explain to me what's happening with the day and night cycle?
Ted,
I think that there is a light, just like it says in the Bible, that God made 2 lights, one for the day and one for the night, and that light for the day is moving too far away for us to see because light isn't infinite. And once it moves to a part we can't see anymore, we're in the dark now until it comes back around.
Okay. So would you say that, just imagine there's an imaginary sort of thing. So this is sun, this is moon, and they're sort of,
Yeah, they're not at polar opposites or anything, but yeah.
But
they're a little bit off, right? Like,
well, okay, so
we know the moon catches up to the sun, or
for the
other way around, however you look at it. Well, yeah, and just you start seeing the moon at different times of day, so it's obviously on a different pattern than the sun.
Yeah.
If you don't see a moon at the same exact time every night, like we see the sun at noon every day, so they're not definitely, no matter what you believe, they're not on the same pattern. So,
all right, okay, so we've got that. So would you say that the Earth is always one half is in day, one half is in night?
No.
Unless what?
There's there's twilight and stuff. Now, are we talking about direct sunlight, or are we talking about dusk and daylight, just period light, or what?
Just talking. Just if it's
light, right?
Nighttime here and it's daytime here. Split down the middle. Because I'm trying to get the idea of what it is that our feet are standing on. Okay. So if I've got an idea of
level ground,
coming here or where we are, let's say we all live in America, and we're coming this way now, and this is sort of Asia. Then the moon's here now. Oh, my arms are everywhere. The moon's here. Okay, let me just. I've got a question. I do have a question, which I will be getting to.
Okay.
Because
you're
it's
all
a
good.
good one.
I'm not.
It's a good one. I don't want to miss out on it. But in my head,
it's a gotcha question.
With flat Earth, in my head, I don't have the disc in space sort of thing, because flat earthers they don't believe that. They don't think it's the AE map anymore because of the 24-hour sun in Antarctica. It doesn't matter. But
we need to get into that now.
I'm sort of thinking, if I was to describe what the flat Earth is, I would think a big square, right? And
square.
Hear me out.
What is a chessboard? What is it?
It's a big. Yeah, all right. Let's say chessboard. And then around the chessboard, we've got opposite sides. We've got the sun and the moon doing this. This is what I think it is, right? So for day and night, that's what's got to happen. In my mind, that's what's got to happen for day and night, because we know that 50% of the Earth is always day and it's always night until twilight comes around for the terminator line. Because when the Earth rotates, excuse the pun in my side, but when it rotates, that's how you're getting the terminator line. That's how you're getting sort of the dusk, and you're getting the sunsets and everything.
That's what you believe is happening. Yes.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So let me. All right. I want to get to my question.
Yeah.
So it's evolving the stars, because we were talking about it.
Okay.
So if the sun was to go out of my perspective, so as they say, it's perspective. The sun sort of it's not going down. It's sort of just going out of your view.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. One thing about that is, I'm going to digress a tiny bit, but the sun doesn't change angular size, but we'll get to that. My problem is that if the sun was to actually go away from me, and it's now lighting up the other side of the Earth, right? And this is in my mind view, it's lighting up the other side of the Earth. Now we're in darkness. Why is it that if the sun is over that side and the stars are around and above, then why do I have stars all around me 360? So why is it when I turn 360? So when I turn 360, okay. So okay, let me ask a question again. So the sun's gone out of my vision. Now we're in darkness.
Yes.
Okay. Then let's say I got outside my house and I'm looking this way, and then I just do a 360 and I come back this way. I could see stars along the horizon.
Okay.
Why is that?
And then, Danny, I'm going to destroy your ass. Are you okay with that?
I know you won't. I know you won't like the term.
That's gay. That's really gay, though. Yeah.
But I
hope that happens. Clip it. I'm just kidding.
It's a personal dome of perspective. Now, I know that sounds crazy, but let me explain what I mean. How far do you think you can see in any direction?
As far as the eye can see.
And how far is that?
I couldn't tell you.
Okay, so
I couldn't tell you.
We need a number just to explain it. Let's say 200 miles, just to say it without anything. It's insane amount, but let's just say.
You know what? I can answer, but it is a crazy answer. How far is? Let's say how far the sun is. Or let's say how far the
93 million miles away is what they say.
We'll do the moon because it's dark and we can see it more better. So if you can ask me how far the eye can see, basically, is we can see 238,000 miles.
But then what about stars that are supposedly billions and billions of miles away?
And then we can see light years away. Yeah.
So then we can see light years. I mean, the real answer would be that it depends on the size. Well, we'll get into stars, but it depends on the size and brightness of the thing would be how far you could see. But even though when you pull out your weather app and you look and it says visibility 14 miles today, that's how far you can see due to the opaqueness of the atmosphere at that distance. That's as far as you can see because you can't see through air forever, just like you can't see through water forever. Becomes opaque at a distance. There's water in the air. That's what happens. But anyway, just for this experiment, let's say 10 miles. 10 miles in every direction. I know you're talking about stars, all that. I'm just trying to explain to you why you see stars in a curve. If you can see 10 miles in a direction, pretend you have a string that long. You look out. You look up. You look around. You look everywhere. You can only see the same distance in every direction. So every direction you're looking, it's going to look like it's curving around no matter what. Because if you can only look up and you can only see so many miles up, when you look out diagonally, that's how many miles you can see. So if you follow that string or stick around, it's going to look curved no matter what. Period. Because you can only see so far in any distance. That's
now,
the answer
Danny,
to why you would see stars around it.
This should destroy your ass. Hopefully.
I put it in there.
I have no clue what it's going to play, but apparently it's going to destroy an ass.
Okay.
Oh, the angular size of the sun?
Yeah, this is a big one. Before we play it, Danny, when you look at streetlights, you know they're all going like, they're going like this.
They appear to
perspective.
be. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could say it's almost like they're building a half triangle on each side. They're going like this, like a triangle. Because they're going down like this. When you watch this, let me take away the sound. Is this trajectory going more in line with a triangle or a curved trajectory? Look at this. Look at that. Let me take it back again. Because it will go to the noon, which is right up your above your head. Now it's right there. That's above your head, right there. Then it will go straight back down like a triangle. It's not going, it should be going like, if you watch me, it should be going curved. If it's actually fucking...
What did you say? It should be going curved.
Yeah, it should not be going like a straight... Look, let me speed it up. Like really speed it up. And loop this motherfucker too.
Okay, you're saying that it is sort of curving. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying it's sort of like the street lights. Let's say now when it goes down, it becomes like the street lights. Straight down. Instead of being way more curved in its path, in its pathway. Like, what do you say? In its way of moving. It should be curved, not fucking like a triangle. It should not be coming up from down there, straight up, and then going down. It should be a curved route. You know what I mean? A curved one, not a fucking triangle. Since it is a triangle, that's just like the street lights. they're also going down like a half triangle. Let's say you could have street lights here. Mm-hmm. Anyways,
this is all Vince, just so you know. I have no.
Yeah, this is all me. Yeah, it's all me, man.
Right, okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You see, that's more like a triangle.
That must be that's a long time lapse. That's
yeah. This is
so that's from sunset to sunrise to sunset.
Yeah, and this is, let me see, shot over 16 hours during the height of summer in Ibiza. Yeah, so this is not a flat Earth video. This is just a regular sun time lapse thing. What I'm saying is, this doesn't make sense. This, to me, says up there, wherever the sun is doing its fucking trajectory, it's going in a circle. But to me, since I'm under it, it looks like it's a fucking triangle. But if I could go up to the sun, it would be a circle. But since I'm under it, so much under it, it looks like when it comes to me, like a triangle up and a triangle down. But if
I know what you mean. Are you able to send me the link to that video? I want to watch that.
I'll send it to your WhatsApp right now.
I can see why you're skeptical about it. I'm not even taking the piss. I do get why you are, because it's
because
I don't have an explanation at the moment for it unless I sort of really map it out.
Yeah, I get it. You want to dig into it more? That's totally
I'll send it already to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we can move on from that to whatever else. Oh, one thing on the moon landing though, wasn't it weird how President, who was it? Nixon. Yeah.
Nixon.
Yeah. He had like no lag call to the moon from a fucking landline telephone that goes
1969, bro.
Yeah, that's some good shit there.
It was off a satellite phone, wasn't it? So you're gonna
still
have some
though.
delay. You're gonna have some delay, yeah.
Yeah, but it was no delay.
At 238,000 miles anyway.
Yeah, this is what puts me off though, is the fact that it was at a time where technology wasn't as great. This is why I'm 50-50 with it. But then, like I said at the start, is when you got the evidence and everything, I can't just like shove it away. I need to analyze it and go through it and pick it out.
If they were smart, you know what they would have done? They would have had Nixon have some flashy looking fucking telephone that looks like from out of space. You know? Like, oh, that's some presidential
technology. Just for the mission.
Yeah, that's some presidential technology he got there. So, of course, he has no lag.
I'm talking to you from the Oval Office.
He's like a rotary phone. Hello, Armstrong. Hey, President.
I think my favorite thing is how when they landed, they had to be held in the thing for a while to make sure they didn't have space germs and all this bullshit, make sure they were okay.
What?
The picture Nixon took with them, they're all clean shaven. All of them clean shaven. So they shaved.
In space.
They
shaved.
Yeah,
those tiny hairs that can be really, depending on your hair quality, can fucking pierce your eyeballs if it's like
even if
cat
you
hair.
Could, why would you? Why would you risk bringing shaving cream and razors to space?
What's wrong with the shaving part?
Okay. Do you want to shave?
A wet shave?
A clean.
Well, what about an electric shaver?
Do they have that in space?
They took down every little ounce into calculation, into fuel, and everything on that ship that weighed everything had to come into calculation. And you think they're like, yeah, go ahead and bring some razors so you look pretty when you come back. Come on, man. Not to mention, why would they play golf in a space where if you cut your suit open, you're fucking dead? That's it. You don't go on a military mission and play golf. You don't do it. This is insane stuff.
I would. If I went to the moon, I'd play golf. Why not?
You probably would drink a beer over there too.
But there's no point talking about the moon because he's already 50-50. That just
hold on. One more thing about the shaving thing.
Yeah.
All those little hairs flying around, man. Might go into the tech and fucking destroy your thing. You want that shit flying around all over the place? How do you vacuum that shit?
Ones. Electric ones that can actually pull it inside.
Yeah, but it might still come out.
Shavers and it goes in the thing. It's amazing.
Yeah, mine.
Yeah,
is
but
too.
it might still.
But it's also not 1969. So
Well, yeah, this is what I'm saying. If back.
Listen, if it looks like bullshit, if it smells like bullshit, if it acts like bullshit, then what is it?
It's bullshit.
Yeah,
it's the
exactly.
achievement of mankind.
Unless a cow fucking shut it out.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying, you know how you sniff out a bullshitter? You know, a guy that bullshits you. You hear what he says and his shit doesn't make sense. And you're like, you're a bullshitter. That's how you sniff out a bullshitter in general life.
You smell their bullshit.
Yeah.
That's why people don't take Witsit seriously, because it's just an incoherent word salad.
Yeah, listen, I don't know that guy. And I always said this. I can't watch. Sorry, Witsit, if you ever hear this. I fall asleep, man.
Yeah.
10 minutes, I'm out. It's like
I think, and this is no insult to anybody.
He's a bad man.
I don't know anything about him. I've never talked to him.
We'll talk privately about it.
Okay, I don't want to be in a position to defend or not defend somebody that I've never met. But anyway, so the stars, we can all agree that knowing how our eyes work, things get smaller at a distance, correct?
Yes.
Like if there's something here and it goes away. Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So why do you think it appears that stars are almost all the same size and distance from our perspective when they're all supposedly vastly different distances away, vastly different sizes, but they all appear to be the same size from our perspective, almost like they were put here for us to see that way. But
you know what, actually, I have looked up to the sky and there are very, very faint.
Oh, I agree. That's why I said almost. But almost the same. Obviously, some are different in some ways. Some look a little bigger, some look a little brighter, some shine different colors, all stuff like that. But you would think it giant when they're like, oh, you could fit 1 trillion of our suns in this sun, and this sun's so far away that it's trillions of light years, and we only discovered it just now, and blah, blah, blah. But you can still see it. Like, how is that possible? I don't know how that works in my brain, how I could work it out that, like, everything came from an explosion of nothing, and then somehow all the stars happen to look generally the same from our perspective.
Can I ask Danny this one?
Yeah.
I know what you mean, though. I do know what you mean.
Danny, when has an explosion ever created something?
I love that one.
That's a great one, right?
The Big Bang.
Yeah. Think about that for a second. And this is not a little explosion. This is a humongous one.
Yeah, cosmology. I don't really
just think about that. When has an explosion created something? And also this complex on top of that. But just when has an explosion
down to the
created
way
anything?
The human eye works. But yeah,
that's
an explosion of nothing, right?
That's a fantastic explosion, man. That's a very, very advanced one.
I don't have.
Well, you know, let me help you.
I've never looked into it.
Let me help you out.
It doesn't interest me. But go on.
Let me help you out. Of course, there is no. You cannot give me an example where an explosion, like if you put a dynamite over there, it won't create a computer, right?
Yeah. The old expression is like a tornado going through a junkyard doesn't build a car. Like it doesn't happen. It's never going to happen. No matter how many times it happens, it's not going to build.
But there is one situation where an explosion, kind of an explosion, does create something. You know what that is?
Go on.
Should I not be vulgar?
You're talking about sex?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me. That's the only time
you have
some form of an explosion.
To call your ejaculation an explosion, bro.
Well, there is some form of explosion, and there's a spark that happens with the egg, right? That's a form of an explosion.
Well,
and from that,
than me, Vince. You're doing better than me. I dribble.
Yeah, but you have kids. I have not, so you're doing better than me. So there is a spark that happens. That's the only time some form of explosion ever created something. Yeah. But that's the only time. Outside of that, no explosion ever created anything.
So, stars, you get what I'm saying, right? It's weird that they all look the same size and distance. I don't know the answer from the globe side either. I don't really care. I just want to point out things to you that I find weird, man. I find shit weird. I find it weird that they make vacuum thermoses because heat can't travel through a vacuum, but yet they tell us our sun is heating us through a vacuum of space. That doesn't make sense to me.
We're just trying to sniff out bullshit.
Well, what I learned about the sun in school is that it's nuclear fusion. And it's hydrogen.
That sounds nice.
And that's the heat.
Hydrogen and helium doing what? What are they doing?
Fusion. They're doing fusion.
Like I said, yeah. I mean,
whatever that is.
All together, and somehow it just brings the heat.
Yeah, but they're burning basically, right? You see these waves of these sun flares, shit coming out, supposedly burning gas in a vacuum with no air. Show me a fire without air. Doesn't happen. Doesn't make sense to me. I don't know, man. I don't get it.
Yeah, well, you have to believe in fantastical things, though. You have to leave one half of your brain open for bullshit and really believe it for that. Yeah, but for these things to make sense.
But what if you just read up on what the sun is?
I have, and they tell us that it's nuclear energy, and it's the waves are traveling through space, and it's like radio waves heating us up, like a microwave is the child way to explain it. Same way that creates heat, it's waves, different kind of waves, blah blah blah. I don't believe waves are hitting us from 93 million miles away, and they heat just one side of the earth, one part where I'm in Florida and it's 82 degrees, but people are freezing 300 miles away from me. But these magical waves are coming from 93 million miles away and choosing what parts to heat well and what parts not to.
It's like microwaves. It's
That's
direct.
Insane thinking to me. And the thing, here's why I'm a flat earther, man, because I thought there has to be good answers for this stuff. There has to be. I believe this for 36 years. There's clearly good answers. I'm not this stupid. And I went looking for good answers, and their answers don't make sense to me, man. Because when you break them down for a second and really think about them, like, how about this one? How do they know what the sun's made out of? I don't expect you to know, but I know the globe answer. Do you?
No. Maybe radar or
well, they've claimed to know what the sun's been made out of for a long time. So they claim that it's due to the colors that certain gases burn, that they're able to tell, just like other stars. This star is made up of this and that because they're using these things that are picking up the colors that they're burning, and they're able to decipher what gases they're made up out of. Now, if I took the most brilliant scientist in the world and I went 1 mile away or 100 feet away, and I mixed whatever gases I wanted in there and just lit it real quick and let it burn, would he be able to tell me what gases burn just by observing the light and breaking it down? Would he be able to do that at trillions of light years away? These are the things
they got
that
good
I can't
shit.
wrap my brain around.
Thing is, to this sort of experimentations, I don't have a clue. I mean, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
dude, I don't expect you to have an answer, man.
Yeah,
I'm just asking you what you think and if those things make sense to you. Does it make sense to you that they can observe even just the sun 93 million miles away and tell you exactly what it's made out of? When you go to a doctor and you're sick for years and they can't tell you what the fuck you have. Like, I know they're not the same thing, but I'm saying you think we're advanced enough in one field to do these great. A rover on Mars. How does a rover land on Mars with a parachute and no oxygen, no 1% our environment? How do you fly a drone on Mars? And they say, oh, well, it's a special drone and the wings move faster, the blades. So if they have that technology, why did they let people die on top of Everest? Because they say helicopters can't go up there to rescue people. Let them die, right? If they have this technology to fly a drone on Mars, why don't they have this technology here to help people here on Earth? And why can't they show us this happening here on Earth?
I mean, when it comes to the helicopter thing with Everest, maybe there's no landing available for the helicopter.
They say they can't fly that high because the air's too thin. Just like if you jump
the
from
helicopter
too high,
can't.
Yeah, there's nothing to push off of anymore.
I thought you didn't.
No, sorry. Just like if you jump too high with a parachute, it doesn't open till a certain altitude because there's not enough air molecules to catch it to open it up. And Mars supposedly has 1% of our atmosphere density, which I don't know how they know that, but they say that. So how does a parachute open for it to land a giant rover and then a drone take off from this and fly around in 1% of our atmosphere? I don't understand. I don't understand how they're sending pictures back from Mars.
Another thing I could look into. Another thing. I have no idea.
I've said this before.
Honestly, sorry, Vince. I just want to say before I forget, the Mars rover thing and the whole situation with it, I never gave two shits about.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense if you don't believe in the moon landing. If you don't believe in the moon, or if you're 50-50 on the moon landing, I'm saying you would kind of know or even think that there's a possibility that NASA could be full of shit. And again, that doesn't prove anything about the shape of the Earth. It just proves to me that the people who we get most of our information from about everything out there are lying about at least some things. So they would probably lie about other things.
So basically, you need to apply what you would do to somebody close to you. Like, let's say somebody lied to you about something. You're going to be a little bit like cautious now with that person. Yeah, skeptical, right? Yeah. You won't just fully believe everything he says now. He lied on that thing. Now you're watching him closely now. The same has to be done on these motherfuckers. If they're lying over there, they might be lying over there, and there. And we need to also understand we're all on the same team. We are the people. Even if you're a globie, we're flat earthers. We are the people. You should not side with those motherfuckers. You should question those motherfuckers to the gills because you know that they fucking lie, the governments. Everybody knows that. Yeah, they lie about a bunch of shit, but on this thing, the liar was telling the truth. The liar was telling the truth. Think about that for a second. The liar was telling the truth. Yeah.
Do you know what? Yeah. I've spoken to Flat Earthers on their Discord server.
Well, we don't represent them. Yeah.
Yeah, don't.
But see, that's the problem, Danny. You can't just take them and apply that to every flat earther. We're not like that.
Don't.
I don't know. I don't even know who the fuck you're talking about.
Fish.
Well, maybe they are retarded. I don't know.
I'm sure there's retards in the flat.
Okay, Danny, explain a little bit. Fill us in.
Them, believe me.
Fill us in. Okay, we don't know.
Right? Yeah, I was speaking. What was I saying now?
Yeah, you're talking about the Discord flat earth retards.
Yeah,
Discord flat earthers.
But why was I saying that?
You were saying that about because I said we're all on the same team.
Yeah, we're all on the same team instead of like believing the government and hating other people who believe different. Yeah,
that's it. So So I spoke to this Discord server the last time I spoke to him, and they were going about the lying with the governments. Well, they didn't actually say that until I pinned them up on it, and I said, "Who's lying?" Yeah. And then they sort of try and wave it away and answer something else, which they always fucking do, right? At least with you guys, I'm asking questions, you're answering, it's amazing. But these guys don't. Now, I said to them, if NASA is lying, not the government, because they didn't answer, but they said NASA was lying with Photoshop and studios and shit. And I was like, okay, if you know they're lying and you have proof that they are lying through maybe the pictures and the videos, as you say, then why are you and others out there not taking them to court? Why are you not pressing charges against these or what's the word? Lawsuit.
I'm glad you asked.
Why are you not taking this further? If you are so sure that NASA is literally lying and deceiving people, then take them to court. And then you've got a corner to fight. I mean, you could have all your buddies there and bring up the evidence. I mean,
there's somebody actually working on that right now, suing NASA. Yes. And then there's somebody else called Justin We Are Change who has been in front of the commission multiple times trying to get them to investigate it, giving the evidence because it's in their jurisdiction, blah, blah, blah. So people are doing stuff. But I get your point.
Right.
Instead of sitting around saying this is them, blah, 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 you should be doing something about
But that's why
I think the answer is waking people up. But go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah,
you said you
that's
asked
why
them?
I asked him. Yeah, that's why I asked him. And we don't need to do that because we know the truth. Blah blah blah.
No, I
don't ever speak to them. They all
who are
they
they?
ever do is talk over you.
It's like a flat Earth Discord. Something.
Well, there's a bunch of flat Earth Discords. I don't know which one.
What do you know the name, Danny?
It's like Nathan Oakley with his mute button. All they do is
Nathan Oakley.
They are like Nathan Oakley, right?
Yeah, that's. I
don't like that.
I shouldn't.
I don't like that.
But,
whatever.
But I don't like that they do that. Muting. I think muting is weak. Unless you're a fucking retard troll that's just throwing
or
retarded
doing
words.
Something intentionally to get your stream kicked, saying shit that you shouldn't be saying. That's a different story. Like the things you can't say.
Yeah, but if you're if you're Globy and you're there to discuss it, and you get muted, that to me,
especially
that shows weakness. That shows weakness on the other side, because anybody that needs to mute somebody, why would you need to do that? Like, let him speak and let him expose himself, right? So if they're doing that, I don't know what the fuck that's about. And I don't give a fuck what they believe in. I'm not aligned with those people. I don't believe in that system.
And we let other people do them. I don't know who it is. I don't care who it is. We have a different vibe here.
This is the thing. This is a thing.
My questions.
We are regular people.
I'll answer anything, and if I don't know, I'll tell you I don't know. I don't know the answer to everything, man. It's like
I want to highlight this. This is the problem with humanity. They go into tribes, whether it's globe, flat, whatever the fuck. They become like a little tribe, and everybody's like becoming tribal. That's the fucked up. I don't give a fuck. I'm not in no fucking flat Earth community. I don't give a fuck. I'm a human being that believes it's flat, and I'm not assigning to any fucking community. Go fuck yourself. I don't know who you are. I only trust the people I think is my friends. I don't know who the fuck you are. Good for you that you believe the Earth is flat. Oh, so what? So now I have to kiss your ass or something, become bestie buddies with you? I don't know who the fuck you are. You know what I mean? I don't assign to tribal shit. Yeah, but the same thing goes on with Globe, though. You got probably Globers that mutes flat earthers like, you're out. You know, like FDFE probably does that shit. I can see him definitely do that.
It's not a flat earth or Glober thing. It's a people thing. People are like that. And there's people on both sides like that.
We need to break that.
On both sides. You can't. There's always going to be. But yes, everyone should be more open to civil discussions because
you don't get civil there. You don't. It's fucking horrible.
Because it becomes like teams.
Anyone out there, do not join the 24/7 Flat Earth Discord.
That's what I'm talking about.
Don't join anything.
I don't care.
I
won't name any names, but I'll name the channel. But
is there anything more assholey they do over there in the Discord?
Gaslight.
Okay.
The Gaslight. They are the kings of gaslighting. They really are the kings of gaslighting.
Like, what is that? What is that? Like, how? Like an example. Like, do they? What is that? Like, they set you up or something?
No, it's what they would do is they'll make you. No, so they'll make you believe that you said something when you didn't. Mm-hmm. They are the best at that. So, for instance, I could say the Earth is a globe because of the tilt and all of that.
Yeah.
And then they will come back and they'll just be like, well, no, you didn't say it was a tilt. You said it was this. And when I said it was a tilt. But then they would say that I mentioned the tilt, but didn't actually put it as my answer.
You should always record it like in a live stream and then play it back. Like, okay, let's go back to that moment.
They got a YouTube channel. They're 24/7,
mate. So you should have said like, all right, let's go back to show me where I said that or didn't say that. Yeah. Let me play this though. I think this goes in line with what we're talking about right now. This video might apply to you, Danny. It might not, but it applies to a lot of Globies in our books. You've seen The Matrix. Have you seen The Matrix?
Years ago. Oh my god.
Yeah, Matrix 1. The first one.
Yeah, about 20 years ago.
You should watch it again, man. It's very relevant.
I'm 36 years old.
Yeah.
You're what?
I'm 36 years old.
36. 30. Not 30.
Yeah,
it's 30.
Yes.
They use an F.
Yes.
36. That sounds like 46. But anyways, so this scene, maybe you remember it, maybe you're not. But he's basically, what is his name now? Morpheus is telling, Morpheus is explaining to Neo about the people in the world that he lives in. And let's play it.
The Matrix is a system, Neo. That system is our enemy. When you're inside, you look around, what do you see? Businessmen, teachers, lawyers, carpenters, the very minds of the people we are trying to save. But until we do, these people are still a part of that system, and that makes them our enemy. You have to understand, most of these people are not ready to be unplugged. And many of them are so inert, so hopelessly dependent on the system, that they will fight to protect it. Were you listening to me, Neo? Or were you looking at the woman in the red dress? I was. Look again.
Agent Smith takes him, but the point is,
holy shit!
I'm relating this to. Yeah, you better watch. It's a great movie.
Yeah.
The first one, the second two are not so good. But anyways, basically, you could say that about how we see Globies. Like, yes, we are the same people. We're the people, but you guys are under a spell. You don't even know it. Under a spell by these motherfuckers, Agent Smiths. Like this guy. Hold on.
Let me see. Trying to pause it right when he's pointing the gun at you.
Yeah. I'm trying to get his face. Hold on. Yeah, there. This guy. This is agents of the government, agents of the system, agents of everything. They have you guys, according to us or me, under a spell. You don't even know it. And you are fighting us, which is you, because we are the people too. But we've seen through the veil. We've seen the bullshit you have still not. So you're working for them without knowing it, working against yourself, because you are also the people. So basically, what I'm trying to say is,
it's Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah.
It's, the long and short of it.
Yeah, because we don't want to be flat earthers, because there's nothing good about it. Like,
it ruined my life for a little while.
You
really
get you get fucking ridiculed like no tomorrow.
Discord.
Huh?
What was it? Fucking Discord server, he loses a few fucking brain cells.
Yeah, but exactly. But anyways, you don't want to be seen as a flat earther because everybody ridicules you and thinks you're a dumbass and shit like that. And this is nothing we want, but it's just what the truth seems to be. And this is not like you will get there if you will get there. I don't know, Danny, but yeah, I just wanted to point that out with that video. That one more thing. Why do you think they need to tell you? I probably said this before, but why do you think they need to tell you about the globe when you're like 5, 6, 7 years old? They should not even need to tell you about that until you're a teenager or more.
Well, the thing is, a teacher gets paid to teach. Now, would it be unfair for the teacher to be paid? Would it be unfair for the teacher to be paid to educate children false sort of?
Yes, that's what they apparently are doing. They're getting paid to teach them false bullshit about some spinning nonsense.
Yeah,
but
then we go to the conversation of the scientists and cosmologists and everything like that. These guys are getting paid.
Oh yeah.
To gather
I think his point is, why do you think
the world?
Why do you think kindergarten, first and second grade need to add the solar system into their curriculum when kids can't even write or understand anything yet, but they feel the need to teach them the planets in the order and always have them up in the classroom? I think that's what Vince was getting at.
Yeah, that's my point.
That's That's just decoration. That's just that we.
Is it though? Is it just decoration? I
don't think.
Or is it subliminal brainwashing?
Everything that's in classrooms, other than what teachers add themselves, are from the top down of the local school boards, which is usually from the federal school board in some way or another. So that's why classrooms are basically the same everywhere and teach the same things, because it's not just a teacher saying these things are important. I should put these planets up. I should teach them in second grade to remember the order of the planets and all that. That's not a teacher deciding to do it. Like you said, basically, teachers is doing what they're told to do and taught by the other people. But why are you teaching kids that young when you're not teaching them about other stuff that would actually matter in their life more at that time?
I mean, why not have a poster of the solar system? I get they're young. I get they're young. No, listen. I get they're young, right? Okay, and they're probably not going to know what's what. They're not going to point out Jupiter on the thingy, but it's still educational. So I mean, kids can just get up and be like, what's that? And then they can ask about it.
Educational or indoctrination.
But we see these planets through telescopes and everything. We actually have images of each planet.
Yeah, but as a 5-6-year-old, you don't need to know anything about that shit. You need to play in the dirt, play with sticks.
You can learn about.
Why the fuck? No, why? Why would you need to do that? What use would you have for that as a 5-year-old? No. What use would you have for that shit?
My daughter was learning sex education at 10. Here in England,
you might
because of the teenage pregnancies.
Yeah, or at least there is a use for that in the future when you grow up. Yeah, I get that, but there is no use for a 5-year-old to know about the galaxies and the fucking Milky Way. What the fuck would I need to know that? Has no use for me at all. Not even when I'm a grown up, I have use for that bullshit. I don't even have use for that now.
It's funny you mentioned the Milky Way. So.
Yeah, Milky Way. Why does it call that?
I don't know. No
Milky
idea.
Way.
I thought they just wanted to be clever and fucking call it off.
Yeah, well, Milky Way.
The thing is, when you watched that video you showed me with the stars, remember the travel? The plane traveling? Did you see the cluster?
Yeah.
Did you see the cluster?
Something.
Yeah, like we'll say it's clouds of cluster or
whatever it is. Yeah.
But what is that?
Whatever it is, it can still be on a flat Earth. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be a galaxy. It can still be here with that shit in there.
I think the better question is, how's there a cloud in a vacuum? That's a good.
That's nice. That's misty ice cream thing.
So, what gravity do you like? Which gravity do you? What gravity do you like?
Gravity. What one?
Yeah.
The gravity that we, that pulls us down to the center of mass. Yeah,
there's been a few different ones actually.
There's flavors.
Little G, Big G, Mini G.
There's Newtonian gravity, which was
mass attracting,
which was mass attracting mass, which was proven by what's his name, Cavendish, in his.
Does that mean two fat souls draw together?
It means anything with enough mass or any amount of mass, I guess, on a right scale would attract anything smaller, but only so much, and then it would let it orbit it, not actually crash into it, which is kind of cool. But anyway, so
that's Newtonian.
But that went away with Einstein. So when people just say gravity, they don't even know that there's been two different theories. They're so sure that they're right, but they don't even know that they admit that they used to be wrong in their eyes, and now this is the answer. And I know some people say, well, it's just one grew on the other. One was a further explanation. One was mass attracting mass, and one is the bending and warping of space-time. Those are totally different things.
I like that one.
The thing is, Newtonian and Einstein, their theory on gravity was quite similar. Where one had the bending or the warping of
bending space time.
But then you had Newton with with the apple and no, not the apple.
Yeah, the apple fell from the tree.
Yeah, the apple.
Yeah.
But,
What do you think would have happened if the apple fell in a puddle and started floating? What do you think you would have thought then?
Well, that would be under buoyancy, wouldn't it?
I'm just saying.
There's still gravity, though.
The
It's
whole
still gravity.
thing. I'm just asking you if he would have thought something different when the whole line they fed us was he saw it fall to the ground. Do you think if he saw it fall to the ground, plunge in the water, and then bob back up, he would have thought something different or no? Because he's at the point where he's discovering what gravity is in his head. It's not just like a normal person who's like, that fell, blah, blah, blah. Like, do you think more calculations would have went into it at that point? Or do you think he would have still just said,
possibly,
it's mass attracting mass? That's
okay.
it.
This proves that it's flat. Look at this shit.
What I had learned at school is just mass attracts mass, yeah.
Yeah, Danny, look at this shit.
Yeah, go ahead.
Even in space, there is a flatness. Look. This little thing that has a bulge in it.
Yeah.
If the Earth doesn't fuck with it, if the Earth doesn't fuck with it, it's a flat realm, apparently. Because somewhere in the 360 degree of space, there has to be a fucking thing like that is flat, and then once the Earth comes into it, it bulges in. So I guess
even our planets allegedly orbit us on a flat plane.
Yeah, so
it's our tilt that changes their perspective.
You know what makes more sense? This is a virtual reality, and it's all built on a flat fucking plane. That's makes more sense, way more sense than a fucking explosion that created all this bullshit. And it's just all spinning without feeling spin. It's curving without seeing curve. It's sucking down the fucking railgun's fucking bullet while it doesn't. Like, it's a bunch of fucking imaginary, illusionary, delusionary shit. I have to believe it. Oh.
That's how you get there. But so the Newtonian, Einsteinian, whatever.
Oh yeah.
Do you know why they switched? What made them switch? The moment that they had to switch. Do you know what caused that?
No.
It was the Michelson-Morley experiment, which was looking for a static ether. Because space should be different than on Earth, and when you send a laser in one direction, I sent you a quick video on it that explains it better than I can.
You did?
Convince. Yeah, it's Twitter. It's
which one of them?
The shortest one.
129. The guy who talks about something with another guy.
Yes, in the chair. Yeah, it's short.
Okay, hold on. Here it is.
Sun, and we shoot. If the Earth is moving around the sun, and we shoot that light beam in the direction that the Earth is moving, okay, and then we shoot another light beam perpendicular to that, well, the one that's in the direction of the Earth's movement should be impeded in some way if it's moving through space, whereas this one that's going perpendicular would not be impeded.
Why not?
Because it's not going through space. It's just going north and south. Okay. And what they found, they expected to have a 30-kilometer difference between these two light beams. There was no difference. So the natural interpretation, and even Einstein admits this, Mach admits this, Born admits this, the natural interpretation is that the Earth isn't moving. So how do we get out of that? Well, you invent special relativity. And now you say, well, the reason that light beam wasn't affected when it went toward the motion of the Earth is because the apparatus shortened. Huh? Yeah. Michelson's apparatus shortened as it was going with the Earth in its orbit around the sun.
Wait, you're telling me that the contraction of mass.
And I know you think he's lying, but if you look it up, that's what it says. And that's literally when they had to switch it, because then nothing made sense. And a lot of people like to say, well, Michelson-Morley disproved the ether. No, it disproved a static ether. There's a big difference between one not moving and an ether that's moving because it's moving with the stars around us. Huge difference. Anyway.
Let me play it through first.
Yes.
Was invented to explain away the results of the Michelson-Morley experiment.
But they put it into a mathematical formula called the Lorentz transform, and it's probably the most famous equation used in physics today.
Does anyone expressly admit that, hey, we had to come up with this contraction effect because otherwise we're stuck with a motionless
Yes,
Earth?
the very guy who invented it.
Tell me what
Heinrich Lorentz. Heinrich Lorentz says, I don't have any other explanation to this experiment of Michelson-Morley unless I contract the apparatus. Otherwise, we're going to have to believe the Earth is standing still in space.
There's multiple speeches from Einstein, from tons of people back then, that literally say that you can't tell the Earth is moving from Earth. It's impossible to tell. That they say that even though all evidence points towards a stationary plane, we know that we came from a big bang and we're on a planet. Therefore, we must find something to make that make sense. And that's what they've done. And every time you look at it, it's some equation that explains away some problem. It's never, hey, let's shoot a laser and do this. Oh, look, at a far distance that it shouldn't be at the same height, it is. And then people say refraction. And then I ask them, well, how much refraction does it take at that distance? And they can't tell you because they just say refraction because that's the only answer of why things are going around the curve. So
yeah, but I don't think we have any sort of knowledge or, you know, in a way of how much refraction is. So when refraction happens, we if there's a little bit of refraction, it's only a little bit of refraction. If it's but if it's loads of refraction, you'd notice because you would see that there's little refraction, and then on another day you'll see it more intense.
My point is, they're saying what causes refraction is the levels of moisture in the atmosphere, just like a lens.
Yeah,
moisture's a lens. So you should be able to tell me if something's stationary, a building, you're looking at a building, you have all the ability to measure the humidity level every single day at certain distance. You should be able to say, okay, we have now discovered that this much humidity causes this much refraction at this distance, hiding or revealing this much of this building. It's 2025, man, and they can't do that. That's how science works. When people say, and I'm not talking shit on you in this way, because they all say you're like a little bit of refraction. Well, what's a little bit? A little bit isn't scientific. It's going to hide some. It's going to show some. Well, how much is some? You should be able to tell me an exact amount. I'm not saying I can tell you, but if you're telling me that moisture bends light at a certain distance, allowing you to see this much, you should be able to show me that exact principle when I'm at a different point and there's the same humidity level at an object at the same distance that it's refracting the same amount, and they can't do that. So therefore, when anyone says refraction, that's out the window to me.
Of course, I get what you're saying. I understand, and I agree with you that when it comes to the level of refractions, we should know and have the apparatus to actually measure or sort of know how much. So we'll say like out of a percentage, we should know that if we look through the distance at something, we should know that that's 20%, or another day we should know that it's 65%. You know, so I do get it, and this is why I said that we don't know, we don't have any sort of you know, of the level of refractions. We don't have the information.
Yeah, so you see how my brain
refraction.
How my brain works is I can see this building at this distance. When I type it into the Earth curve calculator and I put my height, the distance, it tells me this much should be hidden behind the curve. And then they say, oh, well, you can see more of that because of refraction. So I go, okay, tell me about refraction and how it works. And they say, oh, we can't tell you how much causes this and that and what this. And then I go, okay, I'm going to go back to my God-given senses that are telling me that I can see beyond what the Earth's curve would have to be until someone can say, okay, here we go. I'm going to take you out there. I'm going to show you on this day, there's this humidity level. You can see this much of the building. On this day, there's this much, and you can see this much, blah, blah, blah. That they can't. So until they can, I'm going to still believe that I shouldn't be able to see these things around a curve.
I have a question.
I get what you're saying.
After.
I do get what you're saying.
I have a question for you, Danny. If you can be honest, if you don't. But do you think that, let's say you discovered that the actual Earth is flat? Are you, as Danny, are you capable of actually acknowledging that? Because if that was the case, to acknowledge that, because you do know that when you do, that's gonna affect the people around you. Like, they might think you're nuts now. They might not even want to talk to you now, and this and that. Like,
people have gotten divorced.
Yeah. So what I'm asking you is, are you? How can I put this? Like, if you were to discover for yourself, like, oh shit, it seems to be flat, is that something you could
entertain?
Yeah, like could you then accept that? Or is that like one of the main blockages for you to not be able to ever believe in flat earth, because subconsciously you don't want to fuck up potential relationships with people around you, because people are ridiculous. Once you say this, they might cut you off now. And you know what I say? Fantastic. Fuck
Good
off.
riddance.
If you, yeah, good riddance. Because if you're cutting me off for something I believe in, you're not supposed to be around me. So fuck off. But do you get my question to you? I know it's a little bit.
Okay, so answer that. When it comes to flat Earth, it can break up relationships, marriages. I mean, I don't know the statistics or the numbers of. I don't think anyone would, but we know it's happened. But
it has.
I don't think it's happened. Yeah, I don't think it's happened more than people would assume, sort of thing. But I know it happens, and you lose friends, family, and loved ones, and everything. But the reason that but to have a worldview, to lose family, friends, and everything is it's quite absurd, because everyone has the right to
you would think
what they want to believe.
Right?
Yeah,
you would think.
But to answer the second question to that is, if I was to know that the world was flat, or to even want to start to believe it, I would need evidence.
Yeah, fuck that. Let's say you get that.
No one's trying to say, well, he said he could. No, just in a magical, hypothetical world, you found some piece of evidence, and in your soul, you knew that. Are you a strong enough person to say, I believe this to people that are around you, even though you know it might cause some shit?
Do you know what I mean? Would you be ready for that?
Yeah, if I looked into it and gathered evidence,
and it was
and it was, then I wouldn't be scared to lose loved ones or anything, because I have sort of friends and family. I have a very small circle of friends, and I trust them to actually
accept you for who you are. Accept you for who you are.
Accept the worldview that I live in. But I don't think it would change anything. I don't think any of my family.
It might.
You're lucky.
But for honestly, I do believe that. I'm being very honest with you. They might just be like, oh, okay, then. Well, if that's what you believe, that's what you believe.
Well, that's cool. In that case, you got good people around you.
That's what happened when I told my family.
I only choose good people around me. I can't have trouble in my life. Really, I really can't.
In that case, you're lucky. But let's say you weren't lucky. You would still be able to tell them, hey, listen, this is what I believe now. And you got to accept it or not. Do you accept me for what I believe in or not?
Yeah. So let's say
I lost people. I lost friends of 20 years, high school friends. We're talking back in the 90s, man. Due to COVID and Trump. Can you believe that? That I liked Trump and I was against COVID. You know, the jibby jabby and all that bullshit.
Yeah.
I lost fucking friends for 20 years ago. 20 years. That's nuts.
Yeah.
I thought we were really close too. We thought similarly about a bunch of shit, but COVID and Trump, fuck them. Yeah.
They had families not spending holidays with each other, and not because of the thing, even after that, just because of the disagreement about how it was handled.
It's sick.
That's crazy to me, man.
That's the tribal mentality I'm talking about. Huh?
Yeah, we all have a right to our own life and our own thinking.
That's what we thought.
And yeah, exactly. I mean, but the thing is, if you associate with bad people who might have an opinion on what you may believe, you believe in Santa Claus or the fucking Tooth Fairy or whatever, then don't take it to heart. I wouldn't. If someone said, "Oh, you still believe in the Tooth Fairy" or whatever, I'd be like, well,
yeah.
But I mean, don't let other people bring you down, or a certain person or persons bring you down because of you believe in if the world is flat, or the Tooth Fairy, or Santa Claus, flying reindeer, whatever.
Yeah.
I like how.
I mean, some of those things are really retarded.
Flat Earth then with Santa Claus and the Tooth Fairy.
We are who we are. Now, the thing is,
that's hilarious.
But I go back to the discourse server. I mean, look, we're all human, and if they want to believe that, it's fine. It's just the way they treat people.
Yeah,
now,
I agree. I would join you, Danny. Listen, I would jump in there with you, and if they did that, I would say, you motherfuckers are weak. And you know, Ted, you know I would say this. I would say this to all of them. Like, what the fuck are you muting him? What the fuck bullshit is that? Yeah. Listen, if you want to set that up, I'll jump in and I'll observe with you. And if I detect that, it's going to be some calling out. Yeah, I know you have to go through some fucking bullshit interviews fucking thing. I haven't done that yet. I didn't get to that.
But normally
apparently, Ted.
Hub or whatever, so.
Yeah, apparently, Ted, when you join that fucking Flat Earth Discord thing, you have to all right, sit in a room and wait for, I don't know what the fuck, wait for some moderator to talk to you. It's like, all right, I'm going to ask you 5 questions, and then once you ask that, now you get into the interview. Fuck you, interview. Fuck off.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
Can we talk about that?
We'll look into it. Me and you will look into it next year, and we'll see if we got any time to do it. But
listen, I'm down. I just want to take away bullshit, regardless of who is providing it. I want to take away bullshit. If it's the Flat Earth people, I will go there too. But I want to say this, though. This is what we need. See, this is how a Flat Earth globe interaction should be. Just like this.
Yeah.
Right here. There is no fucking animosity. We're having fun. We're listening to each other. You still can believe globe after this. No fucking problem. I won't be like, I won't talk to you anymore. That's fucking retarded.
Who cares what you believe in?
Yeah, this is how it should be.
The thing is, let me just come off topic a touch, because Vince knows this. We're talking about the conversation. If you're a flat earther, will other people change their opinion on me and everything, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But me and Vince have had the discussion of COVID. Now, I believe COVID was real. However, I don't believe that the jabs worked. Now, Vince knows I had 2 jabs, and the reason why I had to have the jabs is to keep my job, because during COVID, there was no job openings. You couldn't get a new job, and I had to keep a roof over my head. So I was basically forced to get the fucking.
It's like coercion, right?
Even though
shouldn't that give you an inkling that something's wrong and weird about it, that you had to take any kind of medical thing to keep your job? Like,
it's your body, right?
Vince knows this. I don't believe in the jabs. I don't think they work.
But why were they forcing you to take it? Anything done by force is fucked up, man.
And the vaccinations were done so fucking quick, and they were on production within fucking weeks.
Think about that for a second. Think about that. Hold on.
Yeah.
They supposedly came up with the COVID vaccine in 6 to 8 months. Huh?
Allegedly, yeah.
Billions of vials of this bullshit in 8 months? How's that even physically possible to produce that many of them?
What about, do you guys remember in the very beginning when there was this huge thing about that they were losing all of these vaccines, like to create this demand because they had to be stored at this certain temperature, and if they weren't stored at this temperature, they were going to lose them? Fast forward 6 months, they got them stacked up on tables underneath a tent in the sun, but they had... It was like pushed in people's brains. We're losing them. It's just to create demand. Oh, I better go get mine now.
Hurry up.
Them. But why? So in your head, why do you think they were pushing the vaccine so hard? It can't just be about money, man, because they were giving them away. And I know tax dollars still pay for it and all that, but every country didn't lockstep and say, we're all going to help the pharmaceutical companies make money on this. There had to be more of that.
Do you want my honest opinion on why?
Yeah.
I think it was, especially for the people who are still working like myself, I honestly believe that when it came out of production, they were using us as guinea pigs.
Oh, fuck yeah.
But
see, that's, hold up. You reminded me of one thing, and I hope to God,
Honestly,
I
swear to God.
What did I tell you? Like I told you, Danny, when you started your streaming thing, I'm like, dude, I've been hearing something about 2025, December, something.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Yes, we're right in there, aren't we?
Okay, listen to this.
I told him, like, listen, I've heard there are things going around. People are claiming that it'll take a certain amount of years for this fucking vaccine to do its thing. And people are targeting like the end of 2025 where people might be dropping off. Hope to God this won't happen to Danny. But I struggled with telling him this because I was like, it's a fucked up thing to tell somebody.
Yeah.
But at the same time, should I not tell him? Because what if I do tell him, he might do more, with the time, and hopefully it doesn't apply to him, and then he did more than he would do anyway. So it's a win-win, right? So I think I asked him, I'm like, there's something I need to tell you, but I need to first know if you really want me to tell you, or some shit like that. Like
how am I supposed to answer a question like that?
Yeah, I'm like, do you really want to know the thing I might tell you? Because it might be like a big thing. And he's like, fuck it. Yeah, tell me. And I said, okay. Then I told him about this whole thing. December 25th. December 2025.
2025.
Yeah. So I told him about that. And I said, I'm like, use this, even if it's not true. If you're going to take it as truth, you're going to do way more than you going to do otherwise.
Yeah.
Anyways, so yeah. So Danny, we're going to have to keep track of, like.
I've got 11 days. If you don't hear from me in 11
fucking
days.
God, that's not true. Because you just got a kid and shit, right? I saw something.
Yeah, 4 months.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
You better, hopefully you got one of those bullshit jabs, which is saline or those who doesn't even work.
I mean, that's what I think part of it was, that I don't think they actually made that many. I think they made people think they made that many, but yeah.
And if all of them was poison and people were to drop, then that would be too obvious. So they would have to have a portion.
Only the people who got vaccinated are dead.
Yeah. What's the connection? Must be something else other than the COVID. But no, seriously, they have to have made just a portion of it poison and some of it not, because otherwise it would be too obvious if people dropped. So think positively. You're still here. You're doing your thing. You're becoming a pro streamer and shit like that. You spreading yourself less thin now with all the streaming things. Yeah.
Hang in there, brother.
Don't go sprinting anytime soon, though. Don't do any hard workouts. Too hard, at least. Just take
Maybe
a walk.
Don't fly any planes.
Don't fly any planes right now. Relax.
From the north to south, yeah.
Yeah, detox your body. Look how you can. Look how you can detox your body. One thing we've tried now is colloidal silver. Drinking colloidal silver. I don't know if you guys heard about colloidal silver.
Never heard of that.
Colloidal silver.
Yeah, it's supposed to be really good for your whole body. Cleans everything. Check that in. Check into that colloidal silver. Detox your body just in case, just to be sure. But this is not a nice way to end this. So let's end this in a good way.
Well, I can say thank you for restoring my faith in people that can believe something opposing me on this subject and still have an honest conversation about it, because this is one of the very few I've had, maybe only one or two, and you had more knowledge than the other person, so it was a better conversation and all. So thank you for not being a dickhead is basically what I'm saying. Good call on this, Vince. Vince told me you wouldn't be a dickhead. Oh, yeah. And I trust him. So.
I'm easy going, mate. I'm easy going.
That's how it should be. We should all
That's
be like
how
that.
You should be.
Who's got energy for stress about something like this, man? Come on.
Yeah, exactly.
About what someone else thinks. Whatever.
But what I was saying, because I mentioned the COVID thing, is that I believe COVID was real. But if I had friends or family who was like, "Oh, Dan, you're fucking nuts. Of course that ain't real," blah, 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 then that's their opinion. And I would try everything to not cause any friction or any animosity, or you know what I mean. I'm just hopefully they will be cool with it, and maybe they'll give me a hard time just for like an hour or something.
Yeah,
but on my side of things, though, my friends and family is they will still respect me. They'll still love me, and they'll still, you know, whatever. So I'm blessed that I've actually, the people that I have in my life do actually respect the things that I believe in.
Yeah,
so,
whether or not
like
they believe in them, they respect your right to.
Yeah, I mean, my family are very supportive of me. I've got a very supportive family altogether, but friends, I've got a very, very small circle, and that's of choice.
Yeah.
Well, that's how it is, though. You know, great things comes in small numbers. You know, like the truly great stuff comes in small numbers. It has to be that way. It's just what it is. But this is exactly, this is the people we can fuck with. We're not here to have exactly the same opinions and thoughts. We just want equal respect. Like the same respect I give you, I want back. That's it.
Yep.
You can believe in, like you said, in fucking fairies and shit. Go ahead, knock yourself out. You know, Santa Claus.
Are you saying fairies
everything.
aren't real?
Yep.
Is that what you're trying to tell me?
No, maybe in somebody's head it is. Maybe in somebody's head they're like, oh, you know, maybe. But this is how it should be for both globies and flatties. You fucking people are retarded, both sides. If you're not doing it this way, you're all retarded. You're all retarded. So,
retarded. Yep.
This is your Rumble, right? Danny's Rumble.
Yep, that's me.
You click it, and you get to this page. This is the Rumble, though. You get the Danny in the turning of 07. And you got his shit over here. Check it out. And then also YouTube. I don't got that one here, but YouTube, it's Danny what?
Let me send you a link.
Do you have Twitter, too? No, you don't have Twitter. Yeah, send me the link.
I'll send you a link now.
Twitter. Twitter. And thank you, everybody that is on there, over there in the phone booth chat over there.
Yeah,
you guys are troopers. Yeah, I have them here. It's like Creme de la Creme, Jakey, nice. Florida Cracker, Skip.
When I pull it up, it just thinks I'm me streaming this thing right now. So that's all I can see is this.
Templar, DW, Ross Castles, and Haywood, and yeah.
Yes, thank you, everybody.
Yeah, thank you, Charles D.
That's what's kind of good about this is I have no clue that if anybody's watching, what they're saying, anything. So it is just like recording an episode. I like it. We might be doing this in the future.
Oh, I think this is exciting. We're going to fine tune it, but this is definitely, I think, going to be a thing. It feels like a good thing. So, Danny, I got it here. Your YouTube is over here. Over here. It is That Brit. That Brit.
Oh, that one.
Danny Turner, 6220.
I've got another one as well. Oh, no, that's not the one.
He want to plug his whole fucking family now. It's like, yeah, I got a cousin too. You want his handle?
Hang on.
My niece. Knees. Knees. What was that? Knees.
I've just sent this.
Guns N' Roses.
But that's my personal account that I use to
watch. Yeah.
That's, but then I've got my streaming account, which is the one I just.
You're sharing your personal one.
Yeah. This is my streaming account. Yeah.
Okay, this one is Danny Turner 07. That's like the Rumble one.
Yeah.
That's like the Rumble one. Oh, here it is. Isn't this our interview?
Yeah.
Hold on here.
Nice.
There it is.
They even put a thing on your video, man. It says flat Earth is an archaic ideology.
Oh, thank you for fucking mentioning that quickly before we go. Danny, I think in this fucking debate, I did say, you know what's weird? That every time you talk about the election of 2020, or you talk about the New World Order, or the Illuminati, or COVID, or whatever, they have to put a motherfucking thing under it, right? So now, even on your video, Danny, of Flat Earth, what does it say? Oh, there's a banner, is there? Of course there is. So you can draw a correlation between COVID being bullshit, the election being bullshit, Illuminati, apparently not real, they say. New World Order, they say is not real. They're real. Fucking Obama, everybody talks about New World Order. Joe Biden talks about it. Everybody talks about that. Illuminati is pretty much established. Everybody in the movies, music, whatever. Everybody's acknowledging Illuminati. Everybody. But the banner says, no, Illuminati is bullshit. No, New World Order is bullshit. No, election is bullshit. COVID is bullshit. Like, COVID is real, I mean, they say. So, why the fuck do we have Flat Earth here? Why do they need to point that out on your video? Yeah. You're not a Flat Earther. You should not have this.
Yeah, but the thing is, I didn't even put Flat Earth in the title. I just put flat.
That's even crazier. Yeah, you just put flat versus globe. Why can't they let
people watch it on their own and make their own decision? Why does YouTube have to come to the rescue and make sure people aren't having bad speak?
Exactly. That's like putting the globe in front of a 5-year-old who doesn't need to see that shit. So,
full circle.
Get to phoneboothpodcast.substack.com, where we got 7 or 8 podcasts now. It keeps increasing. The umbrella is growing. Grow or die, motherfucker. A GOD.
Exactly. Thank you, everybody in the chat. Thank you, Danny, for coming and having a nice conversation. Check his stuff out if you want to. It's over there.
And stay, Danny, for a few minutes after. Thank you, everybody. And tell us if you like us to do more of these offline episodes / live for the Substack viewers. Yeah, for the subscribers only. Let us know. Let us know your opinion. And now fuck off.
Let the good times roll. Yeah. Let the good times roll. Let it roll, let it roll. Let the good times roll. Let the good times roll. Let the good times roll. Yeah. Let the good times roll. Let it roll, let it roll. Let the good times roll.